Welcome to Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed, a space to connect with spiritual insights, open-minded perspective, and healing transformation. Hosts Kelley Eckhart and Cheryl Murphy are working evidential psychic mediums, spiritual teachers, and published authors who are coming together in friendship and teamwork to serve through the energy of spirit, healing, and animal communication. Each week, we invite you to join in a mixture of candid discussions, visits from guests and experts, intuitive development, and live readings to encourage everyone while exploring their multifaceted spiritual path. Come ready with questions and curiosities. And now, here are your hosts, Cheryl Murphy and Kelley Eckhart.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's show. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Look, this is a special show today. It's a special topic. And, Kelley can't be here today. She's a little bit under the weather. So, Kelley, we send you lots of love. But we do have a new, exciting co-host with us. I want to introduce you to her. She's not only a medium, but also a psychologist. Her name is Brittany Harlow. Hi, Brittany. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing great. How about yourself, Cheryl?
I'm doing pretty good too, thanks. It's been a great day, and this topic has really got me thinking about, how people connect with their loved ones who have passed. So we have lots to talk about today, and we'll also share some readings later with you. So please stay tuned as people are logging on. Let's say hi to some of our listeners who are just on early. All right, we want to say hello to Maria. Hey, Maria, how are you doing today?
Hey, Maria.
Welcome to our show as people are logging on. We're just coming on live now. We're on live on all of our platforms on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So thank you everyone for following, subscribing, joining us, especially every week as we sit together and speak about spirit, communication, and always the continuation of love from our loved ones that have departed. But let's get on with our topic today, Brittany. As we're going to be asking you some questions to learn about you, Brittany, I do want to talk about continuing bonds because I'm wondering, did you always believe in your whole life, did you always believe that when people pass that we were still able to connect with them? Did you believe that there was life after life, so to speak?
I didn't know for sure. I always had a strong hope. And it didn't occur to me until I was a teenager when I saw my grandmother in spirit after she passed at the foot of my bed. And then from that moment on, I was kind of like, okay, wow. And then eventually a few years from that, I started to explore mediumship and making those connections myself firsthand. I was just like, wow, like this is actually real. And what really did it for me too, besides seeing my grandmother in spirit form, was also when I went to I was gifted a Valentine's Day mediumship reading. And I've never had one before. And it was just extra special because and I don't even know what the medium's name was. I wish I could remember it, but she was amazing. And she brought forth all four of my grandparents, and she just like hit it home so well. And then they brought up at the very end, hey, like you saw your grandma a few years back, and this is something that you should really be doing yourself. And I was like, everything you said was right except for that part. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll take some, classes and things like that. And that's how I met Kelley. So, yeah.
So are you up in Northern California then, right?
I'm about an hour south of Sacramento. So for a while there, I was taking some classes with Kelley, and she's amazing. She's the best. So when she said, hey, I'm not feeling well, can you please fill in? I said, absolutely, because I love Kelley so much. I've had many teachers And she is my favorite because she's so loving and kind. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would always, I will vouch for that. And I will always say that Kelly is what we call a medium's medium,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that she always does things for other people in their development. She's always going that extra mile to help people, to make them feel comfortable, or to, back them up in any way she can. So she's really, helped me a lot. Even with my business, she's helped with, business
Mm-hmm.
advice, because she's got a really good business
Yes,
smarts about her too, and very
definitely.
techie, as we all know. So lots to learn from Kelly. So we're very
Mhm.
happy to have you here, Brittany.
Awesome. Thank you.
And you mentioned to me that you are a newlywed, I guess, right? You have
Yes.
a newly married.
I am.
Congratulations.
I am newly married. My wife and I got married. We were gonna get married in the fall, and then there was just tons of wedding planning and things going on. And instead, we're gonna just elope to Vegas. So I
Oh,
took my two daughters with us. Went on a little road trip to San Diego and to Disneyland, and honestly, it was the best thing ever. So
I love it. I love it. That's great. That's
yeah,
congratulations to
thank you.
you know, so happy for you and your new family kind of thing.
Yes.
This is a new venture for you, a new chapter in your life, right?
Yes, definitely.
So
Thank
I
you.
want to thank you, and also for being part of the show today. You had mentioned also about some of the stories that you could share about, the continuing bonds, and how
Mhm.
even when our loved ones pass, the physical body leaves, but the consciousness, the personality is still there. We want
Mhm.
to ask our viewing audience, if you guys ever had those signs from spirit, or how do you feel about the topic today about connecting with your loved ones after loss? Brittany, can you just start by sharing with us a story or two about how that has really been true for you?
Yeah, definitely. Um, so when I started to get involved with this community, I just wanted to be, open to what could happen, right? Because I am a psychologist. And at first I was kind of like, I'm not quite sure about this. But then I'm like, but just something inside of me, inside of like my heart, just knew that this was true and that this is real. And so I thought, you know what? I just want to be open to things. And
Mhm.
so, like, one of the very first things that I did was, okay, I'm going to establish signs for, all of my loved ones in spirit. And how I went about doing that was just, I would, for a day or two, just say, okay, like, bring me a sign for this person. And
Mhm.
then something would always come up.
Oh.
And so, I would say my strongest person in spirit is definitely my grandma B. She's a white butterfly. She visits all the time. And so yeah, but there's other people in spirit too.
Mhm.
And what's interesting is they just always like, so for example, this summer was a really big summer for me because I got married. My wife is pregnant. We found out this past week. And we bought a
Congratulations.
house
Yeah.
yesterday.
Wow,
So it was
oh
a
my
really
God.
big summer. And in the past few days, and we had a memorial from my aunt and uncle.
Oh.
Um, and so it was but it was still a really great week. And on the day of the memorial, I did give a speech, and all of my loved ones in spirit I saw at the golf course where it was,
Oh my
all
gosh.
of them.
Oh.
And in fact, my uncle, who is a sign for me, is a dragonfly. At my house, I'm actually bought his old house,
You
and I
did.
woke up and there was like hundreds of dragonflies at his
Oh my
house. And then when I went to the golf course, they were there as well. And I could just really feel him, and I was so happy because I haven't felt him for so long, since he had passed. Um, and my aunt, who he was married to since he was a teenager, um, I definitely feel her as a hummingbird, and I saw her
God.
as well.
Mm.
And it was really special because their daughter, Julie, who is my cousin, she's going through a really hard time with their passing. And what I did was I texted her and I said, I know you're going to think that I'm probably crazy, but it's true because and I told her about her mom and her dad and like what I'm seeing. And then she said to me, I used to see hummingbirds all the time for like years, but it's been at least 5 years since I got my cat and I haven't seen one. 30 minutes later, she texts me and says, I just saw a hummingbird. And then I'm getting full body chills right now. And it's just so special because I feel like when you are open to seeing the signs, it's like you can't stop seeing them.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
so true. And that just reminds me, and I know this is a big question for everyone, that's new or developing or meeting us for the first time, is look, Eric says a gardenia that has been dormant for 13 years has bloomed into 2 cycles and counting, surrounding the passing of your beloved aunt.
Aww.
That's
That's so
very, very
sweet.
special.
And Albert, sorry to go back to
Mhm.
Albert. I know that he said congratulations as I was in the middle of my story, and I did
Yeah.
see that. Albert, I love you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hey, look, and for everyone joining us, we really have to congratulate Brittany. She's just, a newly married, new home, new, parent, soon to be, what have you. And, because do you have children now? And then you
I
have
do.
also
I
have one
do.
in the
Yeah.
oven, as they say.
Yeah. I do. Yeah. So my children I have right now, I got through foster care when they
Oh,
were just 9 days old and 2 weeks old, and they are biological sisters.
wow.
And yeah, now they are 7 and 8.
Oh, thank you. And how blessed are they, right? Or-
I mean, they are, but me,
Yeah.
even more so, of course.
Yeah, that's how I feel too, like even more,
Yes.
right? What a blessing. What a
Mhm.
blessing for you.
Mhm. Yes, definitely.
That's great. And look, Jennifer says congratulations. We see in the
Thank you,
comments,
Jen.
Sherry's saying congratulations. Ah,
Oh, thank you
thanks.
guys.
Kelly's like, oh my God, Brittany. Kelly's on my Instagram. I'm so excited
Oh.
for you guys.
Oh wait, Kelly? Like my Kelly Eckhart?
Yeah, you're Kelly.
Oh my gosh, I didn't. Yeah, I haven't told her yet that Liz is pregnant.
Oh my God.
She told me a while back that she was gonna be, and she was right.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, it's so exciting for you. And thank you so much for sharing. Well, you would really, and I do feel moms, they always say that moms and kids have a very strong intuition. Would you kind of vouch for that? Or do you feel as a mom that in some way, your intuition is heightened, right?
Oh,
Or
absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. And I feel like too, it's like, so, as soon as I had my daughters, it's like you also don't even second guess it. Like you just
Mhm.
know that it's real. And I feel like it came in the sense of like, primarily like when you're taking care of them and you want to protect them and you're taking them to the, doctor and they're like, like everything's fine. But deeper that there's something going on. Right.
Oh my
So yeah.
gosh, that's amazing. And look, for everyone joining us, just starting our show, we'll be doing some readings later on in the program, but we really wanted to have a special topic for today. It's about connecting with the bonds, that continuing our connection, because Brittany, as you know, many people feel, or they used to feel, that letting go and not thinking about your loved ones who have passed was really part of your healing process. But nowadays, it's like, no, we want you to think about them and embrace their love and think of the fond memories and ask for a sign, and
Mhm.
continue that relationship, right? That's the continuing bonds of our loved ones who are really helping and supporting us. I know.
Yes, definitely. I mean, and I think that, you know, and me as a psychologist too, of course I've said things to, help others out.
Mhm.
And then when you're going through it yourself, like for me, I was sharing, I had 3 people pass away back to back to back in the past 5 months. And like, I just
Mm.
remember like starting out like crying like every single day. And then it was just like, when it got to the third person, I was just like kind of numb. And then it's like, okay, like I know that they're here. I know that they're not gone. But I still just felt this like, intense heaviness. And I think that definitely being able to like talk about it, to grieve it, to not feel bad for feeling sad, because they're not physically here. And then just being able to really connect with those signs and also do things that you did with them still, and, share those, special things with like my daughters. And it's just, like for me, there's like an extra layer with the loved ones that I just lost because
Mhm.
I'm living in their house. Like I bought their
Mhm.
house. So it's like, all these little special things that I get to like do that makes it even more special.
That
Um,
does sound lovely, if I may just say. You mentioned you bought
yes.
your grandparents' home, one of
So
your
it actually is my aunt and uncle's
your aunts
home.
and uncles' home.
The two of the three people that just passed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, for all of us who are very curious now, do you feel them in your home? Like, do you feel them? Do you
So what's
connect?
really interesting is I feel like I have been a little bit closed off to that because I have had earlier experiences with my grandmother and then with other people who have passed who I have physically seen. And when I physically see spirit, it does scare me. Um, so I had to have, like have had my guard up in regards
Right.
to that. But
Mhm.
I do feel them like when I'm sitting in the power, I feel them and I
Mhm.
invite them to, come forward. Like when I'm meditating, I feel them when I'm sitting outside in like their backyard.
Mhm.
And when I see like the signs from them, I definitely feel them. I feel like too, they're giving me space to kind of process everything.
Mhm.
And I do feel like in time I will feel them even more.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to, rush
Gosh.
this. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And look, you mentioned you're a psychologist. Do you
Hmm.
do you help a certain do you have a specialty in your psychology or a
Yeah,
age
I
group?
am an educational psychologist.
Educational. Okay.
So I work with students that are ages 3 to 22. And so these are typically students that qualify for an IEP, that have special needs.
Mm. Wow, amazing. Because some of those can, some children who have a, special disability, as you mentioned, or challenge can be, once again, heightened empaths, right? Or
Oh,
heightened
100%.
intuitives.
I mean, and I've talked to Kelly about this. I don't know if you guys have discussed this, but for autism and for ADHD, which I have, I feel like the majority of mediums that I know have either, or.
That's
So, yeah, I think
that's
it's just,
true.
it really truly is just a heightened, like, for me, like, I'm very sensitive to like sounds and like
Mm.
lights, and like, I can just feel everyone's feelings.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it could impact me in a negative way, I guess, right? Um, but it is such a gift, I feel like, to be able to tune into those things. And I
Yeah.
think that that definitely helps me to be able to connect to, our loved ones in spirit. That's something that I would love to, study. I know a lot of other people are talking about that, but yeah, I
Mhm.
think it's really, really cool.
I think that's amazing what you do, and I'm so grateful that you are doing this with your psychology work and
Mhm.
with your mediumship work.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we do have Jennifer is saying, my intuition has helped me so much with my children. I have two sons with long-term health complications and disabilities. I lost my faith over 20 years ago, and then I lost my grandmother who led me down my spiritual path. Oh my
Mm,
gosh, my faith is now unbreakable.
mm,
Thank you, Jennifer. And I do want to add to that. Thank you, Jennifer, for being on
mhm,
our show today. And that yes, when our loved ones pass, it can get us on this path. It will get us interested in this topic, finding the answers. Where are they? How do we communicate with them? What happened, right? What's this all about? Am I also intuitive? People have that same question because they feel their loved ones around, but not quite sure where to place it or what to do with it.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Jen,
just
oh, sorry, I was just gonna say to Jennifer, thank you
yeah.
for sharing that.
Mhm.
Um, that is really, really special. That your, grandmother was able to kind of step in and you have that special connection with her. That's really, really sweet. Um, oh, I don't know where it went, but
Very
yeah.
nice. Yeah, they go by fast. The comments go
Yeah.
by fast. But thanks, everyone. If you're just joining us, we have a beautiful co-host today. We have Brittany Harlow helping us today. And Kelly will be back next week. Kelly, we hope you feel better. We have a wonderful topic today, and I'm so glad Brittany's on our show for this topic because it is about continuous bonds. And she's been sharing, about seeing, your loved ones in spirit and how we do understand that they're there. You mentioned the white butterfly or the dragonfly. And I want to ask our listeners, what signs do you get from your loved ones? We are also talking about the ADD or the ADHD and about how many people are very intuitive. Usually it seems to be a correlation there. Not everyone is ADD or ADHD that is a medium or a psychic or even in this field, but a lot of intuitive people, as we know, or a lot of autistic or people along the spectrum are very, very much empaths. We really can't discount that because I think there's a lot of gifts there. That's how I'm seeing it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And let's read
Yeah.
Sherry's comment. One time I went away on vacation and had a spinning angel. If you will light the candle, it spins. But it wasn't lit, and we came home to it spinning like crazy.
Mm.
I said, "Okay, Stephanie, I'm home. Thank you for saying welcome home." Then this was a few years after her passing. The spinning angel,
Aw.
a direct sign.
Mhm.
And for everyone meeting Brittany for the first time, myself as well, Brittany, you were telling me that you do some work with groups of people, or you're doing readings, and people can kind of reach you through Instagram. Is that right? Can you tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
your Instagram channel or
Yes.
what groups you are working with?
So I have started doing readings again. I was stopping it for a bit of a time because just letting some time pass after some of my family members passed. I feel like I really am starting to get back into the swing of things. And then when Kelly texted me today, I thought, okay, this is definitely a sign I need to, jump back into things. So my Instagram is Intuitive Brit, and it is on the screen there. So yeah, if you want to follow me, you could check things out there. And then also I connect and work a lot with Emma Pang, who is a medium in San Francisco. She's amazing. And she just recently started a new Instagram account, and it's called SF Spiritual Community.
Oh, love it.
And it's a really great place. You'll see me in a few of those videos. So typically she does like 4 different things in person each month. So I helped host a couple of those classes. She does really fun things there, and there's just so many people. So I don't know if anyone here is near San Francisco that would be, want to connect, but she always hosts some really cool, fun things. So check that out.
It's lovely. It's SF, like San Francisco Spiritual Community.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. And for everyone watching, I mean, Brittany, I think you hit on something that we don't want to go amiss on, and that is to take time for yourself when you're grieving, right? It's okay to kind of step away from life, so to speak, or to put your job on pause, to put mediumship readings. I know many people feel like they have to keep going. I have to keep doing it. And it's like, wait, you're grieving. Your loved ones have just passed. This is so important as part of the self-care. Is that right? Would you recommend that? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, and I feel like there's never like a specific timeline. It's just like whatever's true for like you. So for me, I definitely needed a few months. And then when my friend Emma was giving me, a nice little nudge, she was like, so I'm going to host this event in San Francisco. And this was last weekend. She goes, no pressure. So I did go to it, and I was just like, I'm going to see like if anything, comes up. And I made 4 connections. And then I kind of was just like, okay, I'm feeling like my, self again.
Yeah.
So that definitely felt good. So it definitely helps too to have friends
Yeah.
that, see you and believe in you and that can support you.
That's lovely. I love your story, Brittany, and I love having you on the show and learning about you and how you got started. I mean, this is amazing that you're very linked with Kelly. Yeah, the live stream of consciousness is on. She's back. Look, it's very helpful to learn from someone who's very open to studying, right? Because you're a student. When we're all students in many ways, but you're currently a student also. So I think in some way it's good to have the support of other mediums, because a lot of times we're out here on our own, or we're not in touch with other people in the field for whatever reason, just doing things on your own. And it's nice to be part of a group. And I want to ask you now, have you found the mediumship community to be supportive, or have you met a lot of great friends? Like, how does that work for you?
I feel like it's just like real life, where it's like some people you're going to connect with, right? And others like you're not. But as long as you're yourself, like you're going to find like the right, friends. And I think I definitely kind of went in it with like, everyone's going to be so, sweet and like nice. And I feel like there are those people. And then other times I just didn't feel that way. But overall, as long as you're being yourself and you like weed out those few people that, isn't a good match, that's what, matters most. And it is important to be a good friend back, so, but yeah, I'm very, very happy. My journey is, I definitely feel like I'm still definitely a student. I've taken many classes. I studied with Michael Mayo at Oak Ridge.
Fantastic.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
I took a trance mediumship class from Eileen Davies, and that was wild.
Oh my gosh.
That was really, really cool. I took a few classes when Cindy Kaza came a few times to Kelly's place in Sacramento. And what I just love about doing this and like learning from the different, professional mediums is that, it's like everyone's connecting, I guess, technically the same way, but there's little tips and tricks and different, personalities where I think at first I was like trying to be so serious. And then now I'm like, no, I could just be playful and fun and be myself.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I learned like the most. And then definitely what you said, Cheryl, which is like, you're always learning. Like I'm never going to be not a student.
Yeah, so true. Thank you. And thank you for sharing with us, your field. And I mean, you have really been through, it's just like a transformative time in your life where you've been studying. You've recently, got back into the doing readings. And look, this is life happening, as you mentioned. So for everyone, Debbie is mentioning, I worry that I'm missing signs. I worry that I'm missing signs. So what advice can we give for Debbie? Because I think a lot of people do that. They even forget that they asked to get a sign. So then when they get the sign, they're like, is this a sign?
Well, I will say that I know when my loved ones first passed, I like put so much pressure on being like, I need to see a sign. And I feel like it was too much pressure. And then I was just looking, I was like literally looking. I'm like looking for a sign. Where's my sign? And so it's tough because it's like you want to set the intention of I'm open to seeing the sign for my aunt, right? And then you can even say, oh, like, and then they will make it known to you. Like you don't have to be looking for it hard. Like just go about your, life. They're way smarter than us. Like they know everything. And then it'll come to you. And not only like, so for me, I will see it. And then it's just like a full body knowing. And then sometimes I'll get like chills. Right. And then also too, if you're like, oh, I'm not sure if that was a sign. And you're like, oh, like like someone just passed, or even if they've been passed for a long time, but you're wanting to create a sign for them. If you see like a yellow butterfly or something, like you could say, okay, I just saw a yellow butterfly and I believe that this was for you, but can you show me again? right? And then it would come back to you. And sometimes it's like an actual real life butterfly. Other
Right.
times it could be in a book, in an ad, on like, like a film. So you
Mhm.
have to be open to seeing it, but they're gonna make it known. Yeah.
That was a great, great answer. And Debbie, I hope you heard every word. If you didn't, listen to the recording again, because many people, miss out. They feel like they're missing out on signs. Just to back up what Brittany's saying is the universe sends us thousands of signs every day, right? And it's really the times where it does, as she mentioned, you get that full knowing experience, or you feel it in your heart, like it rings true for you that it's from them. And if you're not feeling that, I would say go ahead and take it for now, because you are also you have your training wheels on, so you're practicing how to receive signs, right? And always give gratitude when you get those signs, right? So look, Kay Weezy is saying, I lost she. Kay Weezy lost his grandmother December 2025, and you see butterflies and feathers. That's lovely. Thank you for that. That wasn't too long ago either. So God bless you for that. And thank you for sharing. And know that that is your grandmother. Absolutely. Yeah, she did. And thank you. So, Debbie, it's so great that you asked that question, because, Debbie, your question just helped out many, many people, right? Because that's what happens is we're all kind of feeling or sharing the same experience. But whoever asks the questions, I always say a lot of us can take that. We could always apply that to our own lives. So thank you. All right. Well, we're going to get started here in just a moment with readings. We do want to say hi to some more people who have logged on, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let's go ahead and say hi to some people. Brittany, we have Brittany Harlow with us today, a wonderful psychic medium and psychologist who is always helping to do readings. Thank you so much for co-hosting today. We definitely want to have you back on the show. You can always reach Brittany on her Instagram page. It is INT. You're going to have to tell us your Instagram page.
No worries. It is
go.
IN, then the number 2, and it is on the screen.
Thank
and then
you.
ITIVE, then Brit, which is BRITT.
Yeah, follow Britt, and also she's part of San Francisco Spiritual Community, which is SF Spiritual Community on Instagram. She is there also. So please join us. When you do readings today, Brittany, I'm just going to let you know that our audience is amazing, and they are very open to receiving whatever messages we can bring through for them. But as you guys are typing in your questions, let's say hi to some of our listeners. So I'll start with Instagram. I'm going to say hello, Kathy. I see Kathy joined us. Hi, Sophia. We have Dirette joined us, and we have JG Ilberg joining us, and then Pizza for Hope joined, and then once again Iran Williams joined. Thank you. And Carrillo 23, here we go. And so thank you guys for joining. And do you want to say hello to some people, Brittany?
Yes. I'm like, I don't know how to scroll up on this thing, but I do see Kay Weezy saying hi a lot. Hello
Yay.
Again. Let me scoot over. And Georgina, hello. And Allison, hello.
Oh, good. Thank you guys so much for joining. And, before we do start with the reading, so I'll just share with you, Brittany. So do you feel like you work with all of these psychic abilities, like you're very intuitive, you're very clairvoyant, right? Or do you hear a lot with spirit? Like, does one ability stronger than the other, or we just leave it up to spirit and they come through with what's best at that time for you?
Yeah, I mean, it can definitely, like surprise me at times. I'm, definitely just open to whatever happens, but I definitely feel as if, my strongest thing is just feeling. Like I just feel this, and then I know this.
Nice.
And then I do also hear, like, in my own voice. Typically it'll be like very short, like 1 to 2 words. And then the number one way that they communicate is like if I'm right on, I'll get full body, chills.
Wow, that's amazing. And look, it's nice when we share because we're all students here. We're all learning. It's lovely to know how you work as a medium, how I work, Kelly. I mean, all of us are all working mediums. We love to kind of, pick each other's brains, so to speak, to find out if we're really what we can learn from it, and then what we can learn to tap into too. So it's a lifelong journey. It's never really one day we wake up and say, "Oh, I got it. I got it. I don't need to study anymore." No, that's not it. It's what more can I learn? What else can I
Yes.
study? Oh my God, there's so much more out there. It's like that, right? There's so much more out there.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh.
Shannon, I can see your comment.
Oh, good. Shannon, do you have why don't we start with Shannon? Shannon, do you have a question for us? And we'll begin our readings with you. Just type in your question, Shannon Haynes, and we'll both tune in, or one of us will take this question you have, and then we'll start with our readings for today. So I know there's just a couple of seconds delay, but Shannon, type in your question, and then Brittany, if you can read it. First, when I scroll earlier in the scroll, she's saying anything from me, pretty please. But
Oh.
Shannon, can you just maybe we can kind of give you a general reading, but is there a specific question you have? Sometimes because these are mini readings, it's nice to just give a little bit of if you have a specific question. So we'll wait for that. But just the first thing I pick up with you, Shannon, just a general overall, is I'm here to help you connect with your spirit guides. Here's Shannon. She's saying, how is my future looking, and is my Nan okay up in heaven? So I'll mention a little bit, and then I'm going to hand it over to Brittany. But Shannon, when I tune into your energy, I feel like your future is nice and bright, but I also want to say I want to help you. I want to help and strengthen your connection to the divine by you connecting with angels, right? Angels, guides. I feel getting a spiritual journal, asking for them to come through. I felt Archangel Michael with you. And I want to say you have been noticing angels, but I'm hearing for you to really see if you can step into it some more, maybe meditate a little bit beforehand. We want to deepen that connection with our guides and angels, and that is certainly going to lead you to your Nan. When I do connect to your Nan in heaven, I feel like, yeah, she's up there laughing, joking around with you. I felt something about cards, like playing cards. If you used to play cards with her, that type of feeling. Board games, we'll just say that. But I do feel, yep, she's okay with you, and she is. She's always outside with you when you're outside walking. So I hope you can understand that information. I'm going to hand it over to Brittany and see what you're picking up, Brittany, or if you'd like to
I
choose
was just
someone else, it's
messaging you.
fine.
I was like, can we bring them up on the screen, or do you guys not do that?
We're not going to bring them up on the screen today.
Okay.
We're just going to, so wherever you're drawn to.
Yeah.
Today.
Okay. So yeah, I've never done that before. And typically, like for me, like I'll give something and then I would hear them like respond. But this is good practice for something different, right?
Good.
So for Shannon, right away when you were talking about like what is your plan, like what should you be doing, I heard school just like right away. So I don't know if that resonates with you, Shannon. But I definitely feel like that is something that you should be doing if you're not already, and that feels really, really good. And just like, I feel like your grandma is just saying to like that you are very smart, that you are extremely capable, and she believes in you. I would love that. I need that right now. I love the spiritual side. Yeah. Okay.
Brittany, or if you're open to it, we'll ask Shannon to come up if she can.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to bring her up? Let's keep going.
I would love that.
Because Michael, our producer for today, Michael's going to send her a link. So Shannon Haynes, if you'd like to come up, let us know. Michael's going to send you a link. We might move on, but we'll see if we can get you up.
And if not, no worries.
If not, no worries.
No worries. But yeah, so that's what I was feeling there. And just to kind of finalize like that little piece of it is, as soon as I was saying that, I did feel your grandmother, talking about how you are smart and how she wants you to have more confidence and believe in yourself. And she definitely just wants you to like be in school, and she believes in you, and she's just giving you like a really big hug and encouraging you. So that's definitely what I'm feeling.
Oh, that's beautiful. Also, I'm feeling Allison Stone. So if Shannon Hayes, would you like to come back? And also Allison Stone, we'll send you guys the link to have you back. We have Michael helping us with that. So Michael, Shannon Haynes, and also Allison Stone, if you'd like to join us on video. Otherwise, we'll tune in
Yeah,
and
no,
answer
no
your question
worries.
this way. That's fine.
Yeah.
We can do a little bit, but so we can do a little bit of both. I love the feeling
Oh,
here.
okay, yeah. So until then, should we go to someone else?
Yeah. Do
Okay.
you want to pick someone, or
Yeah.
do you want
Oh,
to
well,
try to?
I don't know if I'm seeing what you're seeing. I see
Okay.
like, so like, and I can't scroll, or maybe I
Oh,
can, I just haven't figured it out.
maybe you're a
Um,
guest, and that's why you're the guest. So
yeah.
maybe there's no scrolling.
So,
Well, let me read you a question from Allison
okay.
Stone, and we'll tune in. Allison,
Yeah.
uh, does Allison's grandmother that passed have anything regarding her grandfather that is still here? So, does my grandma that passed have anything regarding my grandpa that is still here for Allison?
So right away when I tune into what's going on here, she did say doctor. So I don't know if he's like already going to the doctor, but to me it seems like there's something that she really wants him to go to the doctor for. And then as I feel into that, I do feel like the heart area. So I don't know if he has anything going on with his heart that you know of.
Mhm, mhm.
But that's what I'm feeling. Um,
I-
Allison
I'm
does.
I'm loving what you're saying,
Mhm.
and I do want to tell you that I felt not. I didn't. I felt doctor, but yeah, definitely something about looking after your grandfather.
Mhm.
That's what I keep hearing. Is
Mhm. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
grandpa. Yeah. So Michael, that's fine, and Michael's are. Yep, you can go ahead and just click on a link. That's
Okay.
just fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Allison, I do
Okay. I
feel like
see. Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
sorry.
Oh, I was just
We're
saying, I do see that she responded. Yes,
oh,
he's been to
good.
the doctor a lot. Um,
Yay. I felt
okay.
like there's something around his walking or, something about having a hard time um, with movement overall. So thank you. And and your confirmation right there with Brittany. Yes, he's been to the doctor a lot. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Brittany?
Okay. And yeah, I feel like you were definitely feeling into like the next part, Cheryl, which is she is, just thankful for Allison, and is,
Mm,
wanting Allison to, continue to be supportive to him, to, make sure that he's okay, and to keep visiting him and doing
yeah.
all those things. And, she's saying, thank you so much. And it doesn't feel like like your grandmother's like super stressed about this. If to me it just feels like, you know, she's letting you know, yes, this is what's going on. You already know those things, but that she's very, very thankful.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice. And I also, yeah, get a lot of gratitude from your grandmother, Allison, that she's been watching you. And yeah, and she is trying to help also like pick up the pieces or help you get help. How's that? But thank you for all that you're doing, Allison. And you do have some lovely grand folks there. I love your grandmother. So thank you so much for asking us, Allison. And Brittany, I'm going to let you pick this next one wherever you're being drawn to.
Okay. So
Oh, and you can't scroll back, so,
no, I'm
I can
like, wait, I
scroll
see
back, so
Kathy
I'll
pop
I'll
up.
help look for one.
I see Kathy's popped up, and I don't know if I'm able to do anything with pinning it, or if Michael can. Oh, thank you.
Kathy!
Okay, so I don't know if you know Kathy, but I
I
don't know
we know
Kathy.
Kathy's a beautiful, supporter of ours, so thank
Oh,
you,
awesome. Hi,
Kathy.
Kathy. Okay. Hello. Glad I caught your live. Any message from my husband? was
Mhm.
recently our 19th anniversary. So
Mhm.
before I even finished reading that, he presented like a white rose.
Mhm.
And so he definitely was, showing me that. Um, he's wanting to make sure that he knows that he's celebrating with you. And he feels just like very, very, as I'm feeling into him, he feels like very soft, like in a sense of like very emotionally in tune, a very sweet man. Um, and I don't know if you could confirm that for me, Kathy, but that's what I'm feeling him as, his personality. He's actually slowing down my own breathing, which is great. Um, and yeah, he feels very, very sweet. Um, I'm trying to also read what Michael's saying on the side. um, but yeah, so that's what I'm getting from him. You are spot on. Oh, awesome. Okay,
Yay!
great. Sometimes I'm like, if I can't in the moment, I'm like, am I making this up? No.
Awesome,
Okay.
Brittany.
So, okay, yeah.
Way to
Um,
go.
so, and I feel like for him, this is like, to me, I feel like he's just like right here. And he is just very intuitive himself. Obviously, he's in spirit now. But I feel like when he was here, he was really intuitive, and that definitely helps with him, being able to connect so clearly with us right now. But yeah, he's a very gentle man. Um, and then
Uh,
right now he's talking something about like breakfast, like making a really big breakfast. And so I don't know if you did that something special with him, or if he's wanting you to do that to celebrate your 19th anniversary.
oh.
But that's what he's showing me. Um, so yeah.
I'm loving that, Brittany. That's just amazing. Thank you. And Kathy, I felt your husband talking about rocks or rock garden, or, how we memorialize people by, creating something beautiful in the garden area. That's how I felt. So when Brittany mentioned that rose earlier, I'm like, oh my God, this is, oh, look, Brittany, do you see that? Oh my God, he always made a great breakfast.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, thank you,
Awesome.
Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. And we're going to move on only because I'm drawn. So we'll see. I feel I want to be drawn to Kira Jade at 444.
Mhm.
Kira's, if you can read now on the screen, I've been having a very tough 8 months, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. I'm just wondering if it's going to calm down or what I need to do to help it along.
Okay. I actually didn't even hear what you said because I was just like feeling things.
Mhm.
Um, but I will look back at that in a second. So, Kira, right away, as soon as I was tuning into to you, I just felt like the need for like movement, and like the need for, I'm not saying like you have to be like working out so extremely, but like going on walks, like I like they're definitely wanting you to just move your body, like, do some stretches, things like that. I feel like that is really going to help you. I know when you're in this state that it's hard to even do anything. But I think that that's going to be a really big thing that's going to help you. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. And they're also showing me like, just like technology, like being on your phone late at night, and like that, kind of being a struggle, and like making the suggestion to, put your phone down, and at least an hour before you go to sleep. And then I didn't see, oh, I just had knee replacement in February and still having problems. Oh yeah. So in regards to the movement, okay, that's
Yeah,
February.
what can she so
So
finally
yeah.
Kira's just asking,
Mhm.
what does she need to do to help it along? Like, are things going
Yeah.
to ever calm down for her?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing that piece, and obviously I'm not a doctor, not a physical therapist. I think that if you're still having problems, I do recommend connecting with your doctor and the physical therapist and doing those plans, and they know how to push you. So like if it's if it's in pain, like how far do you go beyond that? Do you, take a rest on certain days? I think that maybe setting, and then as I'm listening to Spirit, they're saying that like maybe setting like small goals for yourself and rewarding yourself. So it's like if you do these workouts, for like 5 days in a row, then like you get to like buy this, or like, do something special, like for yourself. So, doing those little things could be helpful. Um, and then also I'm feeling into like a friend that you could be leaning into more. I know that maybe, asking for help can be challenging and difficult at times, but they're really making me feel like there's like a female friend that you're close to that would be willing to help you with this. And like go on walks and do, those types of things that I recommend reaching out to for support.
That is all. Thank you so much, Brittany. And, Kira, that's a lot to be going through, right? Knee replacement, still having problems. Here she's mentioning she was almost evicted from her house this week.
Oh, wow, I did not see that.
Like when it rains, it pours, right, Kira? It's just amazing. And, I know that Spirit is showing you, it's almost like trusting Spirit more, because I feel in some way there's something about your life is changing. Like, sometimes we have to surrender and just go with the flow, and oh my God, whatever it's going to be, it's going to happen. I think your legs or your knee is going to strengthen and you will be stronger. Yeah, I mean, Brittany mentioned, right, if you do have to go to the doctor, like we're not doctors, please do that if you need to take care of yourself. But I do feel that Spirit is talking about, changing your ways. So it feels like, you might be reevaluating your life situation, like where you are in your world, downsizing, moving back in with someone is what I was feeling. Mom passed 11/11, daughter moved out low, left you with bills. It's almost like, I feel like, sometimes there's so much on your shoulders that we do have to ask for help. Brittany mentioned how hard that is. So, lots of love going out to you, but I do see things moving, changing around for you. And I felt very soon too, like, later this summer, maybe early fall. So I'm hoping that helps.
Kira, I see. I just saw that comment. Yeah. And that feels good. I feel like the downsizing feels good. It feels better. So yeah, I hope that you can make that, switch.
Yeah, good for you. And good for you to, try to stay positive. It's, transformation, or all of us go through things that are certainly uncomfortable. It is certainly challenging. And then they come with lots of lessons, but we don't see it when we're in it. So, Brittany, can you see the scroll? Should we just get on one more for tonight? One or two more? Let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, I see like the last 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's see here. Let me scroll back a little bit just to see if I can tune in. I am okay. How about Tamer Kenpalat at 446? Open to anything, to what the Spirit has to say for me, especially regarding my future. Okay, that's a big question for us, but I think if we can kind of just tune into a little bit of it, because your future is much bigger than these little mini readings. But I am hearing just from Spirit about like getting your priorities set, because you will be able to reach whatever it is you're prioritizing in life, whatever it is you have on your vision board, you are going to be able to reach that. But it does take like, putting things in priority, right? It's about not, and it's also about doing some groundwork is what I'm hearing for your future. It is about kind of preparing for the future, right? We're all kind of just sitting back waiting for the future to happen. And Spirit is telling me, no, you have to prepare, because if you want to make those things on your list or on your vision board, it is going to take reaching for it. So start now, start with one small step. And that's what I'm hearing for you. And that I really feel like you're going to make this. I really did feel a big travel trip for you too. This has something to do with travel. Uh, and Brittany, do you want to step in, or are you picking up anything for Tamara regarding?
This one is not as strong for
Mhm,
me. And if
mhm.
Tamara, if you wanted to also talk about something just more specific, or like just definitely type that in, and maybe I could fill in more. And normally I do mediumship, so but I am happy to be practicing psychic stuff. So what's interesting is I don't know why I'm like really, really. Oh, okay. I have been suffering from chronic fatigue for some long time. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yes. And I don't know, obviously, your health history, including your mental health. I am feeling some depression. And who knows if that started first or secondary, but I am feeling that. And when I lean into that, their spirit's definitely wanting you to be a little bit more social,
Mhm.
to make those connections, to get out of the house, and do things that bring you joy. Try new things that you've been wanting to like try. Like for example, for me, I just started playing D&D, which I never thought I would do, and now I'm like, it's so much fun. So yeah, they're definitely wanting you to try something new there, and be social. I think that would bring back a lot of joy for you. And I know that it's that when you're in that, you know, and I am planning to buy a house that would serve to my health and environment with less EMF. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So when I read that, I got this feeling of like a breath of fresh air. I do feel like that's a good choice. To get that house, or to get a new place that you're really feeling is, going to be a better fit for you. Um, I think that is something that you could do. That would be helpful. The process of buying a house stresses me out. Yes, I just bought a house. It was crazy. um, but all you gotta, do is definitely, just take those baby steps, and, do all. So for me, I actually did the paperwork to get pre-approved all online, which was really amazing. So that was nice that I didn't have to go in, person and do all that. So maybe, try to do things online, Tamer. But yeah, so going back, they're wanting me to go back to the social piece, Tamer. So I don't know if you want to comment on that, if you could be a little bit more social, and if that's something that you think that you could do. I'd love to hear your comment in regards to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buying a house is certainly tiring for sure.
Hmm.
So, well, Tamara, just all the best to you. We'll wait to hear to see if you are going to post anything else. But we're going to talk about upcoming events now. Where I know we're just right at the end of the show, Brittany. I don't know how this happens, but we
Oh
get there
my
so
gosh,
quickly.
really?
Uh, I'll just mention quickly that, guys, I have a small group reading coming up in August. And also, I have an event coming up with Thomas John at the end of August. But please check out my website at mediumcheryl.com. In the small group reading, everybody gets a reading. So that's kind of a cool thing, right? You join me on August 14th, and it's just a small group of 6 people. I love those circles. I think that they create an energy all their own. So please join me there. Also, just check out my website. I have a free quiz on which psychic ability you're strongest in. So that's always fun. And also, again, we want to thank everyone for joining us. We'll see if Tamara's just saying, hey, look, thanks a lot. So I know she appreciates it, Brittany.
Oh, awesome.
Yay. And look, we want to thank Brittany Harlow for joining us today, everyone. So put your hands together for Brittany for joining us. Thank you again so much. We definitely want to have you back
Yes.
on the show,
Awesome.
Brittany.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
do some lovely more readings for everyone. And look, guys, have a beautiful week. Always remember, be kind to one another. You're never, never alone. Spirit has your back. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We had such a beautiful time. Time just flies when you're with Spirit, right?
Yes.
So thank you again. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you again next week. Namaste.
Bye, guys.